The problem that we are going to discuss today is maximum production. The problem appeared in July 21 long challenge and has a difficulty level of cakewalk. There are no prerequisites to solve this problem. The problem statement goes as follows. It is given that Chefland has 7 days in a week and chef is very conscious about his work done during the week. So just a background story. Then it is given that there are two ways he can spend his energy during the week. The first one is that he will do X units of work every day. That is for all 7 days he will do X units of work. And the second way is that he will do Y units of work for the first D days and then Z units of work for the remaining days. So let me just draw here pictorially what this means. So first way is that there are total 7 days. So this number line, let's say it represents 7 days. So first way is that every day he will do X units of work. Okay. So 7 times there will be X. And the second way is that there are total 7 days, but for the first D days, okay, so let's say if the value of D is 3, then for the first D days he will do Y units of work, and then for remaining days he will do Z units of work. So this is given to us. Now what is the question over here? The question given is we have to find the maximum amount of work he can do during the week. So if we add these units of work, definitely we can get some number, because in the question we will be given the values of X, Y, Z and D. So using this data, we have to find what is the maximum amount of work he can do during the week if he is free to choose either of the two strategies. That means he can either go for strategy number 1 or strategy number 2. We have to just tell which one will give maximum amount of work. So I have a small example here. So the example is that the value of D is 6, X is 2, Y is 3 and Z is 1. So if we use the first strategy, then what will be the amount of work done? We have total 7 days and each day we are doing X amount of work, X units of work. So 2 into 7, that is 14. But if you use the second strategy, what is the value of D? The value of D is 6. So for first 6 days, he will do Y units of work. So 6 into 3 plus how many days remain? Remaining days are 7 minus 6, that is 1. And for that one day, he will do one amount of work, that is Z. So 1 into 1. So this comes out to be 19. So first strategy, the amount of work is 14. Second strategy, the amount of work is 19. So definitely the answer is going to be 19 because it is the maximum among these both. So this is pretty much the solution. We'll be given the data as there will be many test cases, and for each test case we will be having these 4 inputs D, X, Y and Z, and according to this data we have to just answer the maximum amount of work. Now, without wasting any time, let's get to the C++ implementation. So the implementation begins by taking the input for number of test cases. So we take the input for number of test cases. Then for each test case, we have to take 4 integer numbers, that is D, X, Y and Z. So let me just create these variables and then I'll take their input as well. Once we have taken the input, we have to output the maximum of 2 strategies. So I'm just going to write in a single line cout max. What is the first strategy? First strategy is 7 into X units of work. That is, every day he will do X units of work. And what is the second strategy? Second strategy is that for first D days he will do Y units of work. So D into Y. Let me put this in bracket. And also for the remaining days. So how many days remain? Total remaining days are 7 minus D. For that many number of days, we are going to do Z amount of work. So this is our first strategy, 7 into X, and the second strategy is D into Y plus 7 minus D into Z. And whatever is the maximum, we have to output that. And don't forget that after each output, you have to give a new line, because each test case output should be given on a new line as per the problem. So that's it. This completes our implementation. Now I would like to tell you guys about competitive programming tutorials that we have at CodeChef. So if you are new to competitive programming and want to learn these concepts, there is a list of many popular concepts available on this page. You can find it on our CodeChef website. And these topics are taught by our expert educators. So you can head to this page and learn these topics for free. And if you want even more structured content, you can always opt for our Plus subscription on Unacademy, where you can use my referral code Darshan Cool 25 to get instant 10% discount.